trying to calm down here, but this, I mean, it could have been worse, and I'm trying to look at it that way. But do you see the giant tree that has now crushed my greenhouse and my chicken coop? And I'm so scared because we're supposed to be getting this ridiculous freezing weather and windy for days. And I don't know what I'm going to do with my ladies. It's already really cold. Gosh, I mean, it is destroyed. All my husband's hard work. I gotta get them out of here before they figure out how to get out.
This side is completely not crushed. At least. This side's like perfectly fine.
But their coop is smashed.
Yep.
Ben is going to... dang it. Oh my gosh. I just want to say I'm very, very grateful that the tree fell where it did and did not fall onto my neighbor's property and onto his truck, his shed, his deck. I actually had most of these kinds of trees cut down on my property after Hurricane Sandy because I was so freaked out. We have like no large trees except for this one.
Oh, those up there.
And look what it did. It's not even at its peak yet. I knew I heard something earlier.
I heard it too. I looked at those though.
Yeah, I thought I heard it over here.
Well, I was asleep. It woke me up.
And I was like, oh, I don't see anything because it sounded like it came from where the hot tub is.
I didn't even think
I looked out and... Okay, this is not good for them. They have got to look. Her comb is already starting to look. What is the temperature right now, Jade?
Cold.
What am I supposed to do with 10 chickens?
Post on Facebook or something. Maybe somebody had.
So I just wanted to get on here real quick and say at the beginning of this video that this storm that moved across the United States was a bad one, and I know that I got off incredibly easy. I know that what happened in comparison to what other people went through is nothing. People lost their houses, people lost electricity for hours and hours, and they were in these cold temperatures. I am very grateful that my family got off so easy, and I know this. So everyone else that had it worse off, you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts. I know that it could have been so much worse. So some of my reactions in this video are kind of like trite. Now that I look back as I'm rewatching, I'm like, everything wasn't destroyed. But at the time, it was a little devastating for me. I don't know what you would call a type A person where everything has to be in its place. I'm also a dreamer where I think how events are supposed to go, and when they don't go my way, I kind of lose it. So that's a personal flaw of mine, and I am trying to work on it. But I just want to say that I'm very grateful. It could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. Everybody's doing well. And the people that had it worse off, may God bless you. And we'll get on with the video. So I've got them in the garage right now, but my garage is a crap mess. So I'm scared to leave them alone. And then Fettuccine is an explorer. Why can't you be like the rest of them and just chill? So once we got the chickens out, we had to get the tree off of the coop to see what kind of damage we were dealing with. One of our neighbors was so nice to come over and help us move the tree out of the way. Thank you so much. This was most definitely not ideal, but it's what we had to work with. it was going to get very, very cold that day. I was worried about the concrete floor being too cold, so we put down some wood and then some of those wood chips everywhere. We just crossed our fingers and hoped they didn't get into anything that would hurt them. But it's what we could do at the time. For the time being, Ben hooked up the 2 heat lamps that weren't broken to try to give them a little place that they could get up on that ladder and just huddle underneath of them while we worked on removing the tree and assessing the damage. With the wonderful help of our neighbor, we were able to get the tree removed from the coop pretty quickly. We didn't bother removing it from the greenhouse for now. I'm not worried about that. I'm not really using it besides storage, so that's going to come later. I'm just trying to focus on getting my chickens back into their home. My husband spent most of the day after doing that taking apart the part of the structure that was destroyed. Luckily, there was quite a bit that was perfectly fine. The back or the front half of the run is fine. The other, we call it the jungle gym side, was fine. And the only thing that was really messed up on the coop was the front wall and the roof. So it could have been a lot worse. But this was absolutely no fun in this weather to have to do this, because it was starting to be like in the negative, at least it feels like negative whatever at this point in the day. Have you assessed how bad it is?
Yeah, it's bad. Look. I mean, the whole thing's gone. I mean, this is fine. That other side's fine. That looks like it might just be the back wall and the roof. And the hatch box is pretty good, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Trying to get up there to... You can do it! Just one more time, dear. I think you've knocked all the ice down now. Baby, it's really cold.
Is it fettuccine?
It's brown.
Oh, it's
Red
fettuccine. I know it is.
Right here.
Fettuccine, why? Oh, jeez.
What? Fettuccine! So this wasn't the last time we had to end up going up into the rafters and getting the chickens down. We did move the tubs to where all my Christmas tubs with my Christmas decorations were stacked up high, and we figured out that they were getting up on top of the tubs and then jumping up into the rafters. So we did unstack those to a lower level, but they were still getting up into my storage shelving areas. So it was what it was. We just checked on them periodically throughout the day and did damage control. But Fettuccine, can you stop being a turd? It was fine.
Tuck your wing, please. Thank you. Oh, no need to talk to me like that.
Here, you want to give her to me?
Yeah.
Come here, you silly.
Fettuccine.
Full. You're full. Can you stop being bad?
Okay.
Can you stop
Why are
being
you
bad?
the only one that wants
You're
to get
the
up
only
high?
one that wants to jump on everything. Can you please chill? The face.
You're gonna get yourself in trouble.
How's their feet? Their feet cold? Oh, those are nice and toasty. They're fine. How's your little...
Cold.
Oh, your flopper thing is warm.
Is that warm?
All right, so I'm beginning to think that it might have been a blessing in disguise, that tree coming down on the coop, because I'm thinking I would have woken up to a bunch of frozen chickens.
Excuse me, but
My husband has built this out in the garage for them, and it is ridiculous outside. I think feels like a -20 right now, which the coop that we had wasn't insulated, and the new one that we build, it will be insulated. So this is my husband, Ben, and he is the most amazing man ever. I just want to cry. But everybody's in there. All 8 of the adults, and then the 2 babies are with Mama.
Oh, is she?
Hi, hi. Yeah, hi, Mama.
You're doing good,
Hi,
Rosie.
Mama. You take care of your baby so well. So it was so cute. Ben took both the babies and put them in here first, where she was kind of over there, hidden in that spot. No. And once we took both her babies, she came out and came all the way over and went right in because she wanted to be with her babies.
Wait, Brownie, get up and go to sleep.
Go sleep, woman. Okay, I think they're going to be good. We're going to shut them up in this because it is, and not only is it like cold, so cold, it is windy, like 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. And thank the Lord that it happened this morning and not in the middle of the damn night. So I'll come out in the morning and unscrew this and let them back out so they can continue to all over everything in the garage. And I am trying to not be stressed out, but it just bugs me that this is what my husband has to do on his 2 days off right before Christmas.
There we go.
And in the freaking frigid cold.
It was cold.
It's very cold. I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry. But there they are. They got their heat lamps.
They got a hole here.
Should be
And they
got some
another
ventilation.
Big hole here.
Got the 2
from where
heat
a
lamps.
tree branch broke through.
This is quite the mess. We put down some of this stuff because I was afraid that the concrete was too cold. And we just, whoa, we just crapped everywhere.
Bed.
They were trying to roost
Bed time.
in there. One was up there. We had to get her down. There was 3 here. And then good old Blue, all by her lonesome, was just sitting here right beside us all. This is what's happening.
You don't think they'll get
All right, everyone, it's Christmas Eve. And let me see here. We're going to try to buy all the supplies for the coop and work on it today, but the only thing we got done was getting the supplies. And we brought them in here because we usually take this kind of stuff and keep it in the garage, but the girls are still in the garage. So they spent day 2 and tonight is night 2 in the garage. And I think we've got a pretty good setup. Last night was the coldest night. We didn't get any work done today, one, because it was still freaking really, really cold. Too cold to be outside. So I told my husband he didn't need to be doing that. We just make do, and, hopefully tomorrow, Christmas Day, it'll be a bit warmer. And after all the festivities, we'll try to work on that. We did work on our gingerbread house. As you can see, it's quite interesting what has happened here. But I just wanted to give you a little update and show you how the girls are doing. It is currently quite warm in there with them. Light on for you. So there's their little box. They spent the day in this mess, but they seem to be doing okay. We catch them every once in a while up there or on this bar, but it's like it's cold in the garage, but the way we got that built, the heating, I've got a little thermometer in there because I get so worried about them. So last night I got barely any sleep, just worrying about them dang chickens. But last night was the worst night of the winter storm that we have, the coldest night. So it should, at this point, oh, I need to take those down. My daughter turned 20, so we still have the 20 balloons up, but it's just been kind of crazy. And, but right now the thermometer, I was going to tell you, the thermometer in there says it's like 59 degrees, which it's probably not that warm in it, but where the thermometer is, it's kind of close to the heater, but 59 degrees is probably it's pretty good. So I think I'll be able to sleep a little better tonight, and hoping in the next couple of days we can get their house built and the wire back up and get them back to where they belong. But I'm thinking to myself that, I think I said before, this might have been a blessing in disguise. One, that no one was outside in the greenhouse, like myself, or in the chicken coop, like any of us. And two, that it happened in the morning when my husband was home and not in the middle of the night when he wasn't home. That would have been bad. So, and that it came down where it came down. None of the chickens were harmed, just the structure that they were in was destroyed. But it got so cold last night that I still think that maybe I would have been bringing them into the garage anyways, even if that hadn't happened. So we just had Christmas Eve dinner. Everything's still a mess. I'm not going to do the dishes till the morning, but we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm just trying not to lose my mind over this. It being the holidays, I'm trying to keep things in perspective, and everybody's still doing good. All the chickens are still alive. Nobody froze to death last night. And they're safe and sound. They seem to be fine today. I think they're getting a little bit agitated being stuck in a garage, but that's probably the best place for them. Warmest place for them. So, I'll give you an update on the progress in a little bit. See you later.